on, everybody? Welcome to episode 829. And because it's 829, we actually started at 829. I bet you didn't realize that we did that on purpose, Ben, but that was why we did it. And why
Don't
we're
lie,
14
Christian.
minutes
You
late.
showed up late. You showed up late to work, and we all know it.
Well, that's not that is. Now
I can confirm.
Now you're just lying. Now you're
See,
lying.
two
I'm on
against
the show
one.
with
It's
two
two
liars.
versus one.
JD, Christian showed up late for work, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Two liars. I was here before you.
That's
Liar.
not true.
Allegedly.
Tyler,
I don't think
you
it's
need
true,
to come
though.
and set the record straight. We're late because we want. You want to know why?
No, we're late
Out of-
because Christian showed up late.
Out of devotion to the Facebook audience, I said don't start. Ben Askren, a confirmed liar, said
Not confirmed.
If
Not
we don't
confirmed.
He said if we
Christian
don't.
Pyle's confirmed.
He said if we don't start this show, I'm leaving. He said you got 2 minutes or I'm leaving.
Listen, everyone knows.
He tried to big time me.
Everyone knows the school rules, Christian. If the teacher
I don't know why you're
doesn't
getting
show
on Ben when you showed up 15 minutes
Yes.
late.
I don't know why you're doing this. If the teacher doesn't show up, you get to leave. That's what I said. It was 8:28. I said 2 minutes. I'm leaving.
You know what bugs me is I know no one is taking this seriously, and everyone knows you guys are just trolling me, but I can't let it go that you guys are wrong and that you're lying. But I should just let
Listen,
it
you
go.
were on vacation time. You were on vacation.
No.
You're still on vacation
No.
time.
You're
Showed
still
up
on vacation
8:24. You know,
Yes.
you had to go get a coffee in the other part of the office. It's kind of far away, we know. And then you came back and you go to the bathroom. You're late. It's fine.
Well, what's interesting about you saying I'm late is that I actually thought there was a chance I would be late because every probably 2 to 3 months I wake up with a migraine and it's a big issue. So like the typical routine is I'll wake up, I'll feel really sick, and I have like a routine. It's like, okay, I need to have some caffeine, I need to take some ibuprofen, get a little food in me. But sometimes it's a dangerous chemistry. So sometimes I'll throw up. So this morning was one of the mornings where
Whoa.
I threw up a lot. But then
Morning sickness?
I got it.
Are you pregnant?
Oh, that's
that-
a good one. You could be pregnant.
I could be
heard you
pregnant.
get pregnant
I could
now.
be pregnant. I am sexually active. Sorry to.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. But so I had to work. But I was still here.
Did
Well
someone
before.
Did someone tell Katie?
I'm gonna kill you. Listen, and you know what? I'm not even gonna get in. No, you know what? I'm not even gonna say it.
All right, we need to move on. Hey, JD, we killed him this morning. He
I
couldn't
know.
handle the schooling.
This is
He
messed
couldn't
up.
handle it.
Also,
We broke you.
Larry Steele, aka Ashland, says this is episode 828, not 829.
No, it's 8:29. We did 8:28 yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what, Ashland? Stop lying. Also, Tyler, our display screen is just the doc. I don't know if you want to show us. Not that I really want to see
I
Ben's
don't know if you're
face
seeing this.
at this point in time.
This right
I
here.
can't. I actually
Josh
can't.
Otto style.
Now I'm just seeing Google right now. Now I'm seeing.
doing here.
Okay, we're doing a bird dog. All right. Oh,
No,
you're
it's the break
break
symbol.
stick. Listen, I heard you got broken by some kid talking trash.
No, it was awesome.
And then you had,
Ozzy-
and then
Ozzy
Ozzy
took
had
care
to
of
beat
my
him
light
up
work.
for you.
Ozzy punched him right in the face.
Oh, Ozzy had to do it. You mean you're not man enough to beat up a child?
He was probably an adult. He was probably like 20. No, but I left him speechless. He didn't know what to say because the other guy was like, tell him what you were saying. I'm like, he's like, I just said you were better at wrestling than MMA. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I won 2 promotional belts. You know, I agree. I didn't win the third one. I should have. And he's like, didn't know what to say.
Yeah, it is. Well, it is wild to me I guess it's the nerve of some
Yeah.
people.
That's how people are, Christian.
It is
like,
crazy to me.
you
Like
just need
a
to
thought that would
accept
never
it.
enter my mind to say it. People just feel like they can say it to you.
Yeah, they just. I mean, but that's just people in general. And I mean, the comment I was making yesterday. I don't know if did they tell you why I went off?
Well, no, I think I missed. I
Disrespect
can't.
towards Rayvon Foley.
Okay, yeah, because someone was
Asked
talking about.
how many times would he not get pinned against Spencer Lee?
Out of 100.
Out of 100? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. But
I mean,
no. Here was my point. My point was, if we're talking about the spectrum of wrestlers, Rayvon Foley is very, very, very far to
Extremely
the top,
elite.
right? Extremely elite. And listen, there just happens to be this guy, Spencer Lee, who is like
Freaking nature.
freakazoid and pins people. But pretty much everyone would get pinned by Spencer Lee, and very, very few people achieve the level of skill that Rayvon Foley has at wrestling. So leave Rayvon Foley alone.
Yeah, leave Rayvon.
I mean, that's kind of the point of this show, though.
No, it's not to specifically dog out certain individuals who have bad results against Spencer Lee.
But as you can be critical of whoever because you are the 1 percentile of wrestlers. Christian and myself are not.
Well,
so we can never be critical.
Fair.
Yeah.
No, no, it's just unnecessary. Like a question like that, I feel like is unnecessary. You could very easily say like, "Hey, how many of the top guys would Spencer Lee pin?" or something like that. But to like really pick out Rayvon Foley because he's got pinned by Spencer Lee 3 times I feel like it's unnecessary. And so I feel like in my criticisms of people, I try to take it at the level they're at. Like, you know, if they're a high school kid, I try to criticize them on the high school level, you know, and a college guy, college level, international guy, international level. So then I think that's fair. But like, if you were to come on the show and say, let's see, what's the international level guy who can't beat someone else?
Well, Jordan hasn't beaten Sidikov.
Okay, yeah. Jordan sucks. You can't beat Sidikov. That would be what this would be like. And you'd be like, wait, this is ridiculous. This is preposterous. That guy has 6 world titles, but we're talking crap because he can't beat Sidikov. Yeah. Like, oh, you suck. You can't beat Sidikov.
That's showbiz, baby.
Come on.
Good show. Yes.
That'd be a tough so much fun.
Okay. Let's get to some news. I don't know what you guys have been up to. I did listen to some of the show yesterday. And apparently I missed a lot of the kid talk, but you know I'm always down to talk children.
Fun with kids, yes.
Because one of our questions here, no shade at CP, but yesterday's show was the best in a while. I'm also 38 with 7 9-year-old boys. I love hearing Ben and Bray talk about life, being a dad, making wrestling fun, adult wrestling. So that's cool. But he had a question. Let's just get to it. It's a little early question, but we're flowing. His question is, how often, hours/practices, do your kids practice per week? What skills positions do you work on most with 7 to 9-year-olds? Also seems like Aussie Man and my 7-year-old might be the same person. I have to stay ready for a punch to the gut at all times. That's funny.
So listen, that's nice that he said that. JD, you were here yesterday. I thought we were totally off the rails. I thought like sometimes I don't know if you guys ever happens to you guys, but you get on the show and you're like, what the hell did we just talk about? Like, what was that? Like, we were all over the place.
Though. I think I like it. I like it.
Did you feel that way yesterday, JD?
I thought it was fine. We weren't really all over the place. I mean, we were always talking about wrestling. Sometimes we go off the rails and we start talking about 80s music or some other.
Yeah, that's only when Shane Sparks.
Listen, when we go off the rails, you know who's on the show. It's freaking Shane
Sparks.
Shane Sparks he has derailed more trains than anyone.
Has he came on and talked about freaking has he
Roadhouse?
Came on and talked about Roadhouse
the sequel to Roadhouse is going to be out before Shane Sparks comes on again. Yeah, go on it.
Next week. He's got to be on next week.
We got to. I don't know how to hold his feet to the fire, but we're going to try.
Okay. Hey, I'll answer the question. Dude, 7-year-olds, I don't give a damn. My daughter's 7. I don't care what she's doing. Wrestling wise, it's soccer. It's all sports. Like, I just hope they're having fun. I hope they're enjoying themselves at this age. And I'll probably say like, hey, I hope you try hard. Something to that effect. Even at age, Alex is going on 10, and she's pretty mature. And even like, I actually have the girl Matea who works with our program. I have her coach her, and I'm not even concerned about what technique she's learning. I just want her to enjoy wrestling. And then if she enjoys it at like 12 or 13, we'll probably start crafting some strategies and developing some more techniques. And then, but I even tell our guys, I don't really try to give them full form strategies until like 15 or 16, because I want them to struggle and I want them to try a lot of different things and I want them to feel how it works for them. And then if they're heading, a guy who was heading the wrong direction for us was Noah Mulvaney. Not from an effort. Effort was great, but from a technical perspective, right? Mm-hmm. And at 16 to 17, it was like, okay, we need to fix this. It took us a year to fix it. He's 5 in the country now. He's number 5 in the country. It's like everything was great. And he started having kind of a little down the wrong path from a technical and strategical perspective. And we righted the ship, and now he's 5 in the country. So there's always time. So yeah, don't worry about what techniques they're doing and stuff early.
Yeah. As long as they're doing headlocks, they'll be fine. Yeah.
Actually, the girl that teaches Alex, she loves fireman's carries, and I don't teach fireman's carries at all. Max, if you do a fireman's carry, Max is wild. If you do a fireman's carry headlock at Max's practice, you get 100 push-ups.
That is so.
I think it's preposterous.
It's preposterous.
I tell him.
Did he watch 2014 Worlds? Russia stunted on everyone with carries.
I tell him. He doesn't listen. Listen. Christian, you'll get so mad. I'll tell Max to come on the show, and you guys can debate him not letting people do fireman's carries.
I mean, I don't have a lot of. It's kind of hard for me to talk to a national champion about moves he should show.
No, just bring up your point. What you said that all the Russians use it, Spencer Lee, and just data. It's just numbers and data.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because I feel like Max is a pretty pragmatic guy. All right, we just got to get him on the show.
Someone says efficient, feet to the back.
Yeah, it's good. Like. I'll be honest. I didn't think it was like a great. One, I think that I wasn't really able to teach it that well because I never really hit fireman's carry. So, but I also, I sort of agree. Like, I understand why it's like not the most effective thing. But man, some people just have the right feel for it. That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a grip thing, it's a field thing, and I think where Max is coming from, and he has a good point. There is a very valid point. Is that there's a lot of kids who fall in love with one specific move, and because they get really good at it, and then they fail to learn other things, and then as you get older, dude, no one's fireman's carrying me. It's just not happening, right? Yeah. And I have no fireman's carried ever. Yeah. Maybe Sadulayev would probably fireman's carry me, but nobody else ever. And so that's kind of Max's point. At a higher level, it is harder to execute, although it does seem to be people are getting better at it again. And there are more reliable techniques. That's his point. And it's a valid point, but that's my counterpoint is like, man, number one, you want guys in your feeling other people trying to do fireman's carries on them so they know how to defend it. Number two, if you have a certain kid who like a Spencer Lee who gets really good at it and can use it at a high level, then let him use it at a high level. Like, who cares? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now if he's struggling, then you tell him like, hey, let's move a different path. Like, this is, you failed in these 4 matches trying to do this move. It doesn't work. Let's do a different move. And hopefully the kid you're coaching is reasonable enough by that point in time to choose a different move.
Yeah. Well, at least you don't make kids walk. Max doesn't make kids walk home. If they
might have. I
don't
know.
Well, yeah, I guess with a fireman's it should not be like a bread and butter, one of the first holds they're learning for as far as leg attacks go.
But it is. So I mean, and then this being so I know all of Max's arguments. It is. There are certain things that are really easy to hit when you're like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years old because other kids suck. They're just not good at wrestling. They don't understand balance and how their body works. And you can hit a fireman's or a headlock or a chin whip or lat drop, all these things. And then as kids get older and better, they don't work nearly as much, to the point where some of them are almost nevers.
Are you looking for a Sadulayev? He does it versus Salas in the 14 World Finals.
2014 Worlds. Anyways.
I think before he
I think Max is too extreme. And I always laugh about my brother because he hates rules. He always hated rules, and now he's got a bunch of rules.
Really?
Oh, yeah, he hated rules. So I always give him a hard time about that.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
So funny.
Okay. So, Matt's question, how often hours practices kids per week for 7 to 9 year olds? You say like
7-year-old, maybe one, I think. I was having 1 hour per week, and my 9-year-old, maybe 2. Like, not a lot.
Dang.
Yeah.
It's not. We're putting him in more time at the Outlaws than that for Natalie.
I don't hate. I mean, so like our 7-year-old class, Andy goes to one of the 2 practices per week, as did Alex. If the kids wants to go to both, like whatever. And a lot of our kids do go to both, but that would just be 2, and we don't let no one under 10 practices in the summer. So I guess they could come to a camp, which would be 3 days, but besides that, there's no practice in the summers.
Yeah. You're looking at 3 youth coaches here. This guy's helping with the Outlaws too now. Did you know that?
Yeah, go JD.
A couple Outlaws. Honestly, the thing I'm trying to get out of completely is coaching Caleb at all in any scenario. Because I don't like it. I just don't think it's healthy. And he reacts to me differently than he would react to any other adult. Just because I think he knows, even though I've never said anything about put any pressure or any expectation of any sort of success, he just knows wrestling's important to me. And so that he's doing it. Natalie, I don't think cares as much. Maybe she does. But I don't. I know that like everything I say to him, no matter how you have the sandwich method of like feedback. You say something
John
really
Wooden,
good,
baby.
huh?
That's John Wooden, right?
I don't. Yeah, maybe. I don't know who.
I'm pretty sure he was the one. I'm pretty sure a researcher went and studied John Wooden, and that was what they came back with.
Yeah. So like Caleb, it'll be like 3 compliments. I'll give him a little bit of the feedback and compliments, and even still, it's hard for him to hear it. He only hears the negative, or not even the negative, a correction, a suggestion, which he kind of uses it. So like, I don't want to coach him much at all. I don't think it's good. I mean, maybe it can work for others. There's obviously some dad coaches that figure it out, but I don't think Doug Schwab coaches his kids. I think he just has a club that they trust, and I think that's a common.
Yeah, I mean, Matt Messerman coached his kid, and I helped out a lot in the last couple of years. That worked pretty well, and it does seem to work for some people. But yes, for a lot of people, it doesn't seem to work. It's got to be, and the parents should realize when it's not working, and then hopefully step out.
Yes, 100%. And he asked what skills, positions. You said you don't really care. Just make them enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, I know what moves we do with our ninjas classes. But like I said, Matea teaches Alex Fireman's, and I don't really love it, but I don't really care. I just hope she's enjoying it, and she really seems to enjoy all the lessons, and so that's all I want.
Yeah, nothing but respect to all the firefighters out there listening, though.
I did find I got the Sedgela Fireman's.
Yeah,
on Salas. Yeah,
it's pretty nice. Oh, we got it here.
Look at that.
I mean, if it's good enough for the greatest wrestler who literally ever lived, Huh.
4 points right there. And there's another 2.
Yeah, he kept on it. I mean, the match was over basically at this point. He almost teched him with this sequence.
Doesn't he punch? I think Salas punches him right after this. It's
after this, yes.
Yeah.
It's after, I thought.
Yeah, good hard club. I
thought Salas should have got a point there.
For what? Reversal?
He's behind him, leg hooked. Come on.
Come on. You got to clear that arm a little better.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. This is freestyle refereeing. They're not always clear with their calls there.
Yeah.
Anyways, we can move on from the schedule.
Yeah. So that works.
You should try cradling him there. See what happens.
Yeah, that would have been an option. Other stuff. We'll talk about Russians here in a little bit because they had a tournament. But Troy Steiner named new Gopher Wrestling Club head coach, which is obviously a fantastic hire for great guy, great coach. Dustin Schlater moving on from wrestling, at least for the time being, to pursue outside opportunities. And Troy, who had been the coach at Fresno State before that program was discontinued, now finds a landing spot a little closer to home for him for sure. So great hire for Minnesota, and they're a very, very good RTC, a lot of high level wrestlers.
Go Gophers.
Yeah. Go Gophers. Man, I just finished season 2 of Fargo. So I've been around the house doing our it's pretty similar. The whole accents, it's like Wisconsin and Minnesota and North Dakota.
Very similar.
So I can't differentiate it. I'm sure probably someone local could, but I can't. It's a fun one. But yeah, Fargo, the show Fargo is very good. Would highly recommend it.
Nice.
I'm a few years behind, but yes, Russia.
Troy Steiner, I'm a big Troy Steiner fan. Great hire. Hope he does a great job up there. Minnesota does have a really deep. There's not that many RTCs that are super deep. Minnesota is one of them. Minnesota, Penn, Michigan, Penn State. Yep. Not too many more.
Spartans, I don't know if they're deep. They're good though.
Spartan. Oh, yep, Spartan Combat. Yep,
If you
they're
include the
good.
college guys.
Yeah, it
That
helps
is
when
true.
two of their guys are like on national teams and they're still in college. So Russia had, I don't know what this tournament was actually called. This
Spartacade.
Spartacade. That's pretty sweet.
Spartacade. What a name. I love it.
Spartacade tournament. So some pretty juicy results. Ahmed Idrisov beat our guy, Abuzkazi Magomedov, one of my favorite wrestlers in the world right now, in a pretty boring match, I would say. I thought it reminded me just of a match where two guys are very familiar with each other, very few exchanges, and there was one key exchange where Idrisov got in on a single, drape position, was able to get exposure here. I think if you're watching the show, I think this is it. It gets in high single and does a great job getting in this position. Ben, maybe you could talk about it.
I'm not seeing anything on the screen right now.
Oh,
so,
okay.
But yes, I mean JD's a big Abuzgadzi homer, so he put in the article that it was controversial, but I thought that the right call was made here. It's prior to a little wide.
Yeah, right
here.
there.
Oh,
Not
no.
that.
Oh, I don't know what we're
It's
doing
all
here.
the same one.
Yeah, right. This one, right? He works really hard. So Abuzgadzi tries draping the body, and he really lifts up here and presses back, and it does look like he does roll through, obviously, but he puts himself there. And so I actually, like, if I was coaching a kid there, I would say, dude, I have no idea what the referees are going to call. Like, I think it was too blue for sure. I don't really think there's much debate about it, but like with referees, sometimes you never know which way they're going to go. And with a roll through like that, I could very easily see them calling 2 red.
Yeah, especially with how Magomedov was pursuing the position and how that was a counter he could be potentially looking for from that lock, but he put himself so close to exposure. It didn't take much for Idrisov to get the 2.
And then I mean, the big tell for me, and this is a tell in a lot of things, is if you watch that position, Idrisov has both feet in the mat and is pressing, and Magomedov's feet are both in the air, right? So when they're right there, like you can't generate power when your feet are in the air like that. So like this is all Idrisov pushing back into him.
And you can see Idrisov there, like how he's kind of pressuring back towards him. It's not being initiated by Magomedov, who, honestly, after giving this up, I would say bad brick there by Magomedov, because
heck yeah.
I mean, you in the corner should know. It's like, well, if they went 2 there, certainly you have to realize 2 is an option, right? So it's not likely they're going to overturn it
at the end.
Yeah, and if you go down 3, the match is over. Whereas 15 seconds left at 2 is very reasonable.
He got the 2.
Of course, he got it, but it was
the
guy gave it up. But you never know. So yeah, that was an interesting result. Unfortunately for Russia, these matches don't mean a lot. Although maybe there's some financial incentive there for them, but it's not going to lead to a world team or anything, other than maybe a little positioning. Idrisov and Magomedov, and JD's watching the match now, hit not that long ago. I feel like it was just a couple months. In June.
Late June.
And it was a late win, I think, for Abuzgadzi there. So Idrisov flipping that result over the world number 1 and reigning champion at 61. So very notable result there. And then Shamil Mamedov took out Rashidov at 65 in a match where it was really the counters.
The overtie shuck he hit on him was 30.
Yeah, talk through this.
I still can't get the feel of this damn move. It's annoying to me.
Yeah.
You guys make it look so good, though.
He does. It was smooth, and he hits this counter cradle here for a moment, kind of almost locks it up, and Rashidov pops his head out, and he just drives for 1. That was, I think, of all the matches this tournament, that was my favorite exchange. How much of that?
What's wild is how much offense Rashidov doesn't have. Like, he just struggles to generate offense, and like, man, if I didn't know him, I'd be like, that dude ain't very good. He can't do nothing. But he's so freaking good, but he can't generate a lot of offense.
This loss wasn't completely out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Rashidov lost at that Russian Nationals tournament a couple months ago to a different guy, a guy who wasn't there at Spartacade.
Yeah, I think
You're a Rashidov hater.
Yeah, big time. I think this is it.
Even though he medaled at Olympics, world silver at a weight we widely regard as basically the hardest weight, deepest weight.
Yeah, I don't think
you still hate him.
I don't think he's bad at wrestling. I just don't think I think he got elevated to a strata of wrestler that I don't think he is. He's obviously elite and one of the best, but now I think
you just said he's obviously one of the best.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, the best. But I just never thought he was like in a pound for pound. Like a lot of people were putting him in like this guy could be the number 1 pound for pound or like top 3. I just never
Nobody put him in that stratosphere.
Oh, for sure. There was a time between worlds. Yes, absolutely. He was there.
Who?
Yes.
Who put him in that stratosphere?
People.
No.
JD Raider.
JD
Raider.
He didn't win Olympics. What do you mean?
You said he's the best to ever do it.
He's not the best at his weight.
Yeah. No, before the Olympics, for sure. I remember.
I feel like there was some sentiment leaning
for sure.
that way.
Like around when he
after he won Worlds.
This going back to even like before the Bond loss in the World Finals. I remember everyone was just like all over like mortal lock. I think Nomad was one of like mortal lock to win it all. This guy is so much better than everyone. I was like, I don't think he's that. And then he lost to freaking Bond, which amazing match.
That was an awesome match.
So anyways, but now if you for him, he's in
his
tough
2019 one was absurd.
Hit us with it.
6-0 to Vanian, 8-1 over Odaguru, 9-0 over Haji Ali, 3-2 over Musakayev, 11-0 over Kazakhstan in the finals.
That's a solid run.
That was one of those where Kazakhstan paid to be on the other side.
Correct.
Not correct, but it was correct that Kazakhstan was on the other side.
That is the theory. Alex Jones has a document.
Might I remind you that these worlds were in Kazakhstan?
Yeah. We don't even know that. That is not yet confirmed.
Alex Jones has the documents on it. Actually.
Oh, gosh. Well, then there you go.
You gotta listen here, Christian Piles.
Oh, here.
Yes.
JD's a global.
I've done deep state research.
That's pretty good, Alex Jones. That's that.
You know, he's just right down the street.
It's concerning. It's concerning that you have that much familiarity.
Oh, that's good.
Alex Jones, big grappling fan.
I don't know.
Yep, that's true. Definitely true.
So okay, Rashidov lost, and the thing is with Russia, like in America, like you can drop off and hold your spot, right? Because we just don't have the level of depth behind these our number ones in general, not to the level that Russia does. But you fall off a tick in Russia. There's not just one guy that can beat you; it's multiple.
At 65, I think it's 65 in Kozak's international rankings. 10 of the top 20 are Russian, and 2 more are Russian defects.
That is so insane.
So insane.
So yeah, they're really good, and so it's gonna be tough. As good as he is, it's gonna be tough for him to get back in the top spot.
Russia has 10 of the top 26 through 13 are all Russian.
Yeah, and also Musakayev is from Dagestan.
Yeah, so
and we
got documents on that too.
Islam Dudayev.
We have the documents.
Also an ex-Russian who now wrestles for Albania.
We have the documents of dozens of videos of him wrestling for Russia. So yeah, that's a lot. They're really good. Okay. And then no Sidikov in this tournament. Zamalov, who has been a revelation over the last year or two, continues to win. He took out Bayev 9-1. Some defense, some offense, but Bayev unable to get anything going there.
Zamalov basically ran his way through this bracket, which isn't
super
good. Surprising. He's very
really
good. Now, the thing is, though, the guy who won 70, Kurban Sharayev, said he plans to move up.
Ooh.
Is that what was going on in that Instagram thread that you posted?
Yeah. Sharayev's another Dagestani guy. He's younger. He's like 23-ish. He's recently came up to 70 too. He doesn't got the legs for 74 yet, in my opinion. But 25, he could be a guy.
Hey, can I ask you a question, JD? Because I don't understand this back and forth. Instagram conversation. So first he says Kurban Shrive says moving on, which maybe means moving up. Then Zamalov says welcome 74,
Means
and
come
then
to
some like
74.
parentheses of some sort. I don't know why those are there. And then he says, thank you, I'm ready with a smiley face, and then some more parentheses. But then is Zamalov saying like bring it, or is he saying like, hey buddy, come on up here, let's all wrestle together?
He's saying bring it, like challenge accepted.
Are we sure? Because they're
No.
probably buddies, right?
No, I'm not sure.
And then and then Mahmoud Magmedov says he lives a boring life. What does that mean?
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
the one I
What's
don't
going
know.
on here?
I don't know that part.
That's Kurban's coach. That's the head coach of Iskra Wrestling Club in Dagestan.
Duh.
Okay. How many wrestling clubs are in Dagestan?
Yeah, that's a great question because there can't be
All
many.
of Dagestan? I don't know, probably a lot. Well, because like a lot of villages have their own, and there are many villages in Dagestan.
And it takes a village.
That's right. Now, once you get elevated to like
Yeah.
pretty much all the best Dagestanis, maybe not every day, but are regularly training together.
Yeah. Got it.
Cool. Well, he's coming up. He's making his
But
way up.
all roads still lead through Sidakov at the moment.
Yes.
Which, by the way, the rumor is the big three of Yugoyev, Sedlaev, and Sidakov will be competing at the Medved in September.
Okay.
Hey, there you go.
Are we sending any?
They were not in, what was the word I think I read? Competition shape yet?
But they're not. We're not gonna send anyone to that, are we?
No.
Bummer.
That will be pretty much a Russia-Belarus tournament, most likely.
Okay. And that's the most
I
notable.
shouldn't say I know for sure, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Wow. Rashidov hater JD said the run is likely over. Don't let the door hit you, says JD.
Probably over.
Yeah, it's probably over. Okay, that is Russia. That's talking Russian. Fun stuff.
Also, there's a new good 86 kilo guy to watch out for.
Who's that?
IMO. Shabayev. He was Kozak had him number 3 in the world at 79, but he moved up.
Okay, but he lost, right?
He lost to Nafanov, who's been their guy the past couple of years, but neither one scored an offensive point. It was 2 shot clocks.
Oh,
Really shut clock.
good stuff.
2-0. So he could be a guy.
Yeah.
He won't be probably. Obviously, he's not gonna be the guy this year. Maybe if they're back in the back next year, he could make a push.
So Spay was saying, I don't remember where it was. Maybe it was Twitter, was saying that they may change the next year's Worlds are supposed to be in Russia, and they may change them
Correct.
as soon as this World Championships.
Well, you need to start planning. So, like
Yes.
you need other countries to bid, and then they need time to plan to get everything set up to make sure everything's in place. You can't just flip it last minute.
Man, Austin needs to throw their hat in the ring.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
It seems unlikely.
I did. Yeah, I read. It was the Matt forums. That's where it was. I checked there every once in a while to make sure I'm not missing any
you
news.
still in those? You still in those streets?
I don't ever post. I just go and just make sure I'm not missing any news real quick. I mean, listen, 90% of the stuff on there is garbage, but every once in a while there's something interesting.
Yeah.
No, I see something interesting, then I'll try to fact check it with something else. Anyways, they were like, these knuckles, like, why don't they do the Worlds anywhere else? Like, and some do it suggesting all kinds of wild ass places. And I don't know if they realize, but listen, the majority of the good wrestling countries are in Europe. That's why it's hosted somewhere in Europe most of the time. Isn't that pretty obvious?
Well, it's as simple as there's not a lot of places that bid for these.
Yeah, because they're not interested in wrestling.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's simple. It would be interesting if India or someone did it, because India is now starting to really like wrestling, or it's getting to be bigger. Like, so that's someone I could see maybe bidding on it at some point. But man, the majority of the good wrestling countries are Europe or Eastern Europe. Like they're over there.
That's why. Yeah. It's not.
Will they let Iran host it? Because Iran obviously.
I don't
pretty
think
well
They've done World Cups.
They've done World Cups in the past.
It depends.
Probably
How much
not.
do they
Probably
bid?
not.
Yeah.
When was the last time Japan's got a decent team? I mean, especially with the women's, you'd think Japan would want to host it once in a while, but they haven't done it in forever.
Well, sometimes
right?
they don't even like value worlds on the level of like Asian games or championships, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be sweet. Japan would be cool. Go
Yeah.
back, not in COVID times.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, let's get to some questions. We've got Green from Pennsylvania has a question about shot clocks. Should we play this one? I don't know how many.
It's pretty simple. It's a
All
pretty
right,
simple
let's
question.
let's play it. Love
That'll be
simple
quick.
questions.
Hey, it's Green from Pennsylvania. I was just wondering, I saw Phil out Fargo. So, like, if I'm the aggressor in the first period and I put him on shot clock, and I'm the aggressor again in the second period, they usually then put me on shot clock, which then on criteria technically goes to him. So how do we fix this problem?
Yeah,
Score points
yeah.
or
That's
give up points.
Well, I actually feel like this has been mostly fixed, guys. There's a lot of times now where the same guy will go on the shot clock twice.
You're seeing it more, and I remember
More.
at
If
the
there's an obvious aggressor, if it's still pretty much both guys being relatively inactive, they'll still default to.
Well, then that's fine. I'm okay with
Yes,
that.
I agree.
they used to do this, and for sure, I'm sure at like a Fargo or something where there's 100 mats and tons of refs, like you'll get some of this, but in general, they don't do this as much, and also, man, it's pretty rare, to have 1-1 shot clock. That like is
Yeah. The younger levels, and I mean, dude, at like cadets, like don't even consider that point, is what I would say, because there's no matches that end that close.
Right.
So rare.
Right. So it can happen. And sometimes, it is up to the discretion of the refs, and sometimes it doesn't always align with the risk or whatever. But man, if we're going 6 minutes and no one can generate a step out or anything, the match has bigger problems. But yeah, it can be problematic. It could be gamed. We've seen it gamed in I remember I think it was 2016 World Cup. It was kind of a problem. You could tell what people were doing and trying to win that way. But you don't see it as much. And to Ben's point, I saw it quite a few times, like double shot clock points.
Yeah. It's starting to happen, which is positive.
Yes. Some random guy has a question for Ben about athletic ability. Let's hear this one.
You're not gonna like this one.
Okay.
The one I played on the show asked Ben if he kept talking about athletic ability, ask him if that's different than talent.
Ask if
athletic
What'd he
ability
say?
is different
Was he
than
drunk?
talent.
man,
He
he might have been. But
What'd he say?
Is athletic ability different than talent, or how athletic ability is different than talent?
Well, yeah, there's a lot more. I mean, there'd be a lot of other things that included in talent, if you define talent as like intelligence levels, determination, discipline, all these things. But then I would argue, like, are those taught at a young age, or are they innate? I'm not sure, and a lot of people can't prove that. So
I would say that athleticism, there's a talent. And Ben and I agree on what talent is. We just call it different
allegedly.
things. We've agreed. It's been established. I think it was episode 500 where we got it all out. But I feel like athleticism falls into the talent bucket, but not all of athleticism. You don't have to have athleticism to have talent. Like Ben has a talent of he has pretty special body awareness. He has good problem-solving ability that he's worked to enhance at an even higher level to make him even more skilled.
All right, just stop before we start arguing.
Well, we can argue. We can have a mini argument, but I would say that some people. This is factual. It's not deniable that some people can problem solve better, more quickly, more naturally than others. This is not even up for debate, right? And if you have that ability in wrestling, and then you work at it even more to improve your problem-solving ability, then you're going to have even more talent. And similarly, if you're more fast twitch, you can improve upon that and make it even more of an advantage, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a good tank, you can make it so you can wrestle with an insane pace. So I would say athleticism and talent athleticism is just a facet of talent, but not the entirety of it.
Yeah, it's fair.
All right. See, we didn't fight because we agree. We deep down we agree. Ben and I. I don't know what this is, but this guy says JB needs a blog, and I don't know who is that. Jordan Burroughs?
A blog. Well, it's a weblog.
A web.
He said he tweeted at you.
What? That looks like the tweet right there. Listen, Jordan Burroughs has a blog. I'm pretty sure, so you should check it out. But yeah, I don't know what that means. But I'm all for it.
Dude, Hasbulla is so funny. Someone just posted a Hasbulla video.
shots.
But what he put a hamburger in Volkanovski's face.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be laughing at this during the show, but it's so funny. Go check it out.
Yes.
Next question.
Next question says Ben.
There was a whole bunch of questions. There's like pages of questions.
Oh, he wants to do he wants to do my intro to greet his students. Yeah. Go for it, man. Whatever. As long as they don't, resent you for it, like my listeners do.
Hey, I want to know how Facundo Kozak picked Facundo to All-American over Peyton Hall. That let's have that debate because he says Facundo was beaten by John Martin Best.
I'm sure it has nothing to do with Kozak being from Michigan.
What the heck? Listen.
Where were these picks made at? Was it? I haven't seen.
He did the
Kozak.
165 preview.
Okay.
Man, I'll say this: there's no data to suggest that's going to happen.
He's giving him the Penn State.
You're
bump.
just giving, but that is a bump. Hey, Peyton Hall is freaking good. And also Peyton that was his.
He better have picked freaking Keegan to win. Let me look at this article here.
Uh-oh. Facundo is also from Michigan, like Kozak, so he could be in the pocket of Big Mitten. We don't know.
The pocket of Big Mitten. All right, let's go. I'm scrolling but damn, this is a long article. Kozak went hard on it.
Just go to like predictions or something.
Leapers and landmines. I'm looking at the whole article.
The predictions are normally at the bottom.
Man, Keegan O'Toole, let's go.
He's the champ.
But he picked Facundo as 8th place.
Man, Hall not placing would just. It's obviously possible. Great wrestlers don't place all the time.
This is also probably the deepest weight class this year.
Yes.
But replacing him with Facundo is an interesting pick. I think there's probably other guys that you could put in there. Now I'm have to look like is Julian Ramirez on there? Julian Ramirez is not on there. He had some really good moments last season.
Picks?
Keegan, Carr, Griffith, Karchla, Monday, Hamidi, Amin, Facundo. So Hall not being on there is the biggest,
Yeah.
It's not earth shattering. And there's some good guys not Ramirez he doesn't have on the podium. Kennedy, who's obviously tough, Facundo. But like Kennedy
had some other L's last year.
Yeah. Yes, he did. He lost who's the App State guy?
The App State kid is pretty tough.
I think he lost. He is tough. But he lost to him twice. Yeah, it's gonna be a crowded podium. Or crowded race.
I guess they did kind of graduate a decent amount. Wick, Marinelli, Wenzel, and Valencia all graduated that were pretty scrappy.
Yeah, scrappy crew.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is interesting. Yeah, I don't know, man. Listen, we let people say what they feel. That's what he feels. But yeah, I like
165 is definitely the most fun weight class.
Yes, it's gonna be amazing. Weston Barrel is headed to Austin next week for a concert. What should he have for lunch on Thursday and Friday?
Oh my God, there's just too many good choices.
So
go to one of the food truck parks. That'll be a jam. You get a little bit here, a little bit there. You get a few different tastes.
Yeah, Ben'll just get in line for all of them, and then all the orders come out at once.
Let's
and
go.
You still got time for ice cream.
Baby.
Man, well, it depends. JD knows a lot of spots too. Please do me a favor and get a P. Terry's. At some point.
That's just a fast food burger.
P. Terry's is overrated. Don't get a P. Terry's.
It's a good fast food burger, but there are thousands and thousands of restaurants here. And if you say, give me one recommendation, and you say P. Terry's, I'm sorry, sir. That is not okay.
I think it's okay because at some point,
say if you want a fast food recommendation.
This guy at some point. Listen, I'm assuming at any trip, there's never a time where you're not going to need a quick bite at some point. So it goes without saying that at some point he'll need fast food.
It's plausible that you
and
could
then
go on
he
a trip
should.
and not want fast food. It's very plausible.
I don't know.
No,
I've been
guys,
on many a trip.
but in freaking Austin, there's so many.
Yeah.
There's so many other good places. Don't go to P. Terry's.
Okay. One in a Million is a good Mexican place. I like.
There's
I like-
so many. There's just so many. Just like, listen, you can walk down the street and throw a rock and you can hit 7 good taco places. Like, just walk around and freaking eat a whole bunch of food. Like, I literally go on a diet the week of Austin week so I can just jam out and not feel bad about it when I get there.
Yeah, there's like good Kebabalicious is good. There's a lot of
Oh my
places.
God.
You know what?
So
Just
many.
open up get Yelp open and just see where you are and just look at the closest places that have like good reviews and it'll work.
What was the one pizza place was it south? If you go south on First Street.
Oh, the
First
best
Street
pizza.
was lit that one year, and the pizza place was so good. I don't remember
Home
what it
Slice
was.
is the best pizza in
I like their
Austin.
Is that what it's called?
I've had it up to here with JD today.
I love Austin. I haven't
He
been
is
there in a
just
while.
out of
I'm gonna
control.
come down and see you guys
Home
at some
slice, their
point.
pizza is good, not great, except the margarita. The margarita is very good.
This is not
was it?
true. Home Slice is great pizza.
I'm looking at Home Slice now. Is it
You are
I
ruining
think
Weston's trip.
Congress Avenue? Is it Congress or First? Which one's better? I can't remember.
You probably like Congress.
There's more food on First.
I don't remember one time.
Everything is a
it was
fight with you.
when you
It's
guys did
probably
that
Home Slice
January
because
card.
Bader loves Home Slice, so he
Yes,
probably
he
took
does.
you there.
And Bader knows good pizza.
It's good pizza. Especially their margarita. The margarita is very good pizza.
I'm gonna move on. Weston, I hope you enjoy your time. If you find yourself on Congress, come say hey. New HQ.
Oh my gosh! I'm just now. I want to I just want to come to Austin right now.
Why
eat all
don't
this
you?
food. I'm looking at this I'm looking at kind of the map open of Congress and First, and there's all these. We got Torchy's Tacos.
Now that's
Oh my God,
overrated.
El Mercado, Bombay. Oh my goodness, so good.
Don't go to Torchy's.
I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come.
Torchy's is
Torchy's
fine.
listen. It's not amazing, but
Good
it's
queso,
good.
very good
Like,
queso.
Wow.
if you don't think
cheese.
Torchy's is good, you're a
Mind
spoiled Austin brat.
I don't.
That is a high horse take.
You think?
Yes.
High horse take.
No, I don't
Yes.
think so. I don't think it is. I'm
It
not.
is.
No.
It's fine for what it is.
Yeah.
A not authentic.
El
like,
Primo, isn't that place good?
El Primo that is my favorite breakfast taco in town. That's
Oh
on
my
First.
God,
he
yeah.
has all his types of tacos ranked.
Well, you have to in Austin. You can't just say like tacos. Like you got to go like
Yep.
your authentic taco, your
Taco
authentic
Gur-
breakfast taco, your non-authentic taco,
Okay, my
your
favorite
Mexican sit-down place.
my favorite taco truck is Taco Guerrero on Cesar Chavez.
Oh,
and
that is good. That one's good. That was legit.
that's the best. That's we affectionately call that place Taco Lady because it's just the one lady. She doesn't speak any
It's
English.
the one lady that was across from the old, two old
Yes.
offices ago,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
Oh
sir.
my God, that lady was the bomb.
She's great, and she only takes cash. So have cash. At least as of the last time I ate there.
Non-Austinites and
Austin's
people
such
who
a
will never
great
visit
city.
Austin
You guys are so
probably
lucky.
love this segment.
Deal with it. She's great.
Wait, hold on. I think I am gonna come down there. I think sometime this fall because I miss Austin. But guess what's happening this weekend? I don't even know if anyone's told you guys.
Tell me.
Mark Bader is coming to my house.
What?
We got the Mizzou reunion. It's gonna be so much fun.
Oh,
Mark
yeah,
Bader,
tell me.
Joe Williamson, a whole bunch of other people who wrestled at Mizzou. We're gonna
Y'all
have
did
a
it
blast.
last year too.
I might kidnap Mark Bader and might not let him leave.
What?
Yes.
All right. Well, just make sure he does.
I got
a
his
lot of
family
videos
and
up
kids
there.
here too. So then, like, if I keep them here too, then there's definitely no way he's leaving.
Oh man, Bella's gonna have so much fun.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Prime
awesome.
Ben versus Prime Max. Who wins? We know Pyle would root against both because he
Oh.
hates Missouri. That is bull crap.
Question. I'm
don't
just thinking
have
about home sliced pizza. I
You
just
don't
don't
have to
want a
answer.
slice right now.
You don't have to answer.
I'm not
Ben.
answering.
Although you
All
did
right.
wrestle him.
It's on YouTube, so
I thought it was a fake match though.
it was not fake.
I think it was kind of fake. Just like, hey, let's get into. It wasn't like, hey, let's go win. It's like, hey, let's put on a show. That was my read. But Ben Askren won that match. And do with
Who
that
are
what you will.
who are the training partners for each of the freestyle reps? I don't know the answer to this.
I don't either.
Darn it! I was
Oh,
hoping
what's
he
it?
did.
Kyle Dake said he's taking Skatska, I think.
What?
Interesting.
Am I remembering correctly? I'm pretty sure he said that in his interview.
Wait, when did they train together?
I think he's at Spartan now.
Skatska?
Let me look.
That's news to
Let me
me.
make sure I don't make things up.
Okay, that was news. I did not know that.
I'm pretty sure I'm right here. Yeah, he's Spartan Combat. Thomas Stewart
Okay.
wants to know why you're such a hater, Ben. Are
Who's
you a
Thomas
hater?
Stewart?
I believe that's TJ Stewart's father. So I don't know what
Okay.
you did to
What did I hate
make
on?
him angry. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, the only thing I could think I said he didn't do. I think maybe I said he didn't do very well at the UW Juniors U.S. Open potentially, and I don't think he did. Am I thinking of the right guy?
I don't think he did.
I know he won Fargo last year.
Yes.
Multiple times.
But didn't he miss weight somewhere also?
Who's number
Iron
one?
Man.
Who's number
Who's
one?
number
Or
one?
no, that was Gabe Arnold. Yeah.
Who's number one?
Okay, yeah. Hold on, I'm looking up his performance from the U.S. Open. See if it was any good. So maybe I was complaining about the rankings or something. Let's see, Thomas Stewart. Maybe that's Thomas is TJ.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he only won one match. Then he got tech balled by some guy named Gabe Solers, who I don't know who that is either.
He's okay.
Yeah. So I was probably commenting that. Other than that, I don't know what I said.
All right. Well, I don't think
Could
you're a
you be
hater.
more specific?
We're not haters. Okay. Someone asks, round robin between RBY, Fix, and Spencer. What happens?
I kind of hate this question.
Why?
Because it just we've obviously Fix and RBY have wrestled a whole bunch of times. And then Spencer Lee's now significantly smaller than these guys, I feel like, even though Fix is probably gonna try to go back and make 57.
Yeah. But that's not going to be fun. I don't know. It's tough when they're in different weights.
Yeah.
Okay, make it 57 kilo freestyle.
Spencer.
Can RBY make that?
Probably not.
He's so lean as is.
Yeah.
Thinking of him. But maybe he could do it.
Maybe. I mean, he's probably going straight to fighting after this season.
No, I
would
think
assume.
he's gonna go through.
Paris.
Well,
Well,
then he's
no,
going to try to make 57.
20 pairs. Yeah, I think so.
So we could see this. Not round robin, but
We could see him all.
in the same bracket.
They could all technically wrestle each other. Yeah,
Really? RBY is going to try to wrestle through 20 this. I don't recall seeing it.
man, I don't remember where, but I'm just pretty sure that's true. I'll try to confirm. Okay. So
You
yeah,
didn't answer. Spencer?
No, I said in freestyle Spencer.
Oh, what about someone saying Whitlake's going up to 84, 184? What do you think about that? Is that any truth to that?
Man, I don't know. That's a big jump in two ways. I mean, we've seen it at Oklahoma State in the past, but man, is he that big? 65's got to be. We always knew 65 was not going to be super comfortable for Travis, but
Definitely.
84, that would be. That's a big leap.
Yes, very large.
But 74, I guess, it feels like Plot could go up to 84 a lot more easily than him, and let Travis go 74.
Yeah, but if Plot doesn't want to.
But I mean,
That would be the thing right
it's
there.
not a foregone conclusion to me that that Whitlake couldn't beat Plot, though. I don't think he's. Do you guys think he's that far removed?
I wouldn't have thought so, but I mean, they're in the room together, so maybe it's happening. I mean, especially not before Plot had a really good NCAA tournament compared to kind of where he was during the season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so during the season, I would have said it would be really competitive. And then maybe 2 years ago, I probably would have said Whitlake probably beats him, but maybe it's changed.
Yeah, Plot also didn't have a shoulder then.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
Or he had a shoulder, but not two.
I'm pretty sure he had a shoulder. Not a good shoulder. He had a bad shoulder.
Not good. Okay. We don't know the training partners. We'll try to get that info.
Yeah. Mark Hall is definitely going with Jordan Burroughs. I've heard that one. I
Yeah.
don't know who Seth Gross is taking. Maybe Eric Barnett, potentially. I know he trained with him a lot. Who else would he take?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Gilman might just bring coaches. Maybe
Well,
Kennedy.
Conaway goes. Went with him last
Wait.
year. Jordan
Jimmy Conaway? Still wrestles?
Jordan.
Jimmy
I mixed-
Kennedy. I said
merged,
Jimmy.
No, I merged Jimmy Gillibon and Jordan Conway in my head.
Nice. Yeah, so I would say Jordan or Mark McKnight, but Jordan. I'm pretty sure was his partner for the Olympics.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Jason Hildreth is in the chat. He said Whitlag was over 200 pounds, and he told the coaches he was going 84, and now it looks like they maybe bring him down to 65 to put together the best lineup for Tulsa.
Listen here, son. You ain't going 184.
That's funny. It's like he's like, okay, cool, and then he cuts down to 184. He's like, actually, 65.
Keep on going.
It's funny to think that he's like, all right, I'm gonna get so big.
Big.
I have to go 184. I literally will not be able. They will not be able to make me cut down to 165.
Dang it, they're still making me. Oh yeah, we can finish with this fact because I forgot to mention that Bond in his world title win against Rashidov hit a 5-point fireman's carry.
I thought we talked about that. Bond was so tremendous. I miss watching him wrestle. I don't know why he didn't start achieving until a little older age, which was kind of weird. I wish he would have been on the scene a little
35
longer.
that world championship run?
Yeah, he was like just days shy
weird.
of 35, I think, when he did that.
But it was weird because he didn't really make the team until later.
14, he was on the team.
Keeping Stone Age.
They freaking don't. My goodness, he's timeless. Him and Yoel Romero.
Boom. His
Yoel
grip
Romero,
was so
still fighting.
ridiculous.
Yeah. But no, he was.
I'm watching it. It's so awesome.
He was hitting high flyers. He was hitting cradles out of everywhere. He was just so dynamic.
He only hit junk moves. It was tremendous.
He was kind of like a junker, like a junker's junker, like
a junker's junker, the greatest junker ever.
Pure junk. But man, he was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Let's get out of here.
Oh yeah. Hey Christian. For
Ben.
tomorrow's show, can you show up on time?
I'm gonna.
8:15 is when we start. I don't know if you know.
Yeah. We start at 8:15, Christian, not 8:30.
You guys are.
I know because tomorrow's episode is number 8:30. You might think that we start at 8:30, but
well, we don't.
It's 8:15.
You guys are making me mad. But you know what? I'm not gonna let it show. I'm not even gonna say that you're making me mad because I'm not mad. I literally love this. I love the back and forth banter. We will try to be on time
I'll put a call
tomorrow.
on to Mark Bader to dock your pay for showing up late.
I'm just gonna start going live on.
Sion. Sion's in charge of HR. I'm calling Sion. He's gonna dock your pay.
Listen, he's been trying for years. It's not gonna happen.
he was appalled that you were on vacation, by the way.
Oh really?
You know, Sion.
Oh,
I guess they give out vacation time. I'm on vacation.
This guy goes on vacation.
10 years.
Give me a break.
That was a good Sion.
Sion is a classic. You will literally be in a meeting, talking like in a meeting on a call, and he'll be walking around BSing with everyone. He'll bust in the room and be like, "Ain't y'all got any work to do?" We're literally in a meeting working as he walks around busting everyone's balls,
he's
talking
the best
about it
ever.
not working. It's just audacious.
Sion's the GOAT.
He is. He's the curry goat as well. He loves it. Thank you. Goodbye.
See ya.